Anunnaki means gods on earth in ancient Mesopotamian mythology. Sumerians probably gave this name to reptilian beings who appeared humanoid to them. The KGB's leaked documents regarding the number of extraterrestrial beings on Earth were recently confirmed by the book A Gift from the Stars, which also indicates an increase in the number of alien visitors. This is also why the US government has recently acknowledged the existence of UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena in the sky, as the truth about extraterrestrial life will soon become common knowledge. I know this information may sound far-fetched at first, but I can confidently say that this book is the most fascinating extraterrestrial book I have ever read. It not only introduces us to the world of extraterrestrial beings, but also provides a map of the universe where these beings reside. With the help of this map, for the first time in human history, we can finally locate extraterrestrial beings. You'll find that invisible technology, time travel technology, future humans, parallel universes, reincarnation, and even a creator exist in reality if you open your mind to the possibilities. The reason why we think these things are impossible is that we are looking at them from Earthlings' perspective. In other words, we must break away from Earthlings' thinking to truly understand the world of extraterrestrial beings. The author of this book, who is an extraterrestrial being from the Pleiades star cluster, knows so much about this world because she came to Earth for a purpose. However, why she came to Earth, and most importantly, why there is a rapid increase in extraterrestrial beings on Earth at this time, remains a mystery. Let's go back in time to 2018 when the author was still just an ordinary Earthling. On November 9th, 2018, at 6:47 a.m., a Canadian plane flying over Ireland encountered two unidentified flying objects that suddenly appeared in front of the aircraft at a very high speed. The pilot immediately asked the control tower at Shannon Airport if there was a military exercise in the vicinity, but the tower replied that there was none. About 2 minutes later, another aircraft reported to the tower, realizing that something was amiss. The tower immediately reported the situation to higher authorities, but before they could respond, a third plane called the tower, reporting that they had also seen UFOs. The unidentified flying objects were observed by 3 planes within 5 minutes, causing quite a stir in Ireland and catching Elena's attention. She had just woken up and was staring in disbelief at the news. Suddenly, intuition told her that she had been on one of the UFOs the night before. At that moment, a wave of memories swept over her, and she realized that she was not only on the UFO, but also piloting it. As Elena was still in shock, she suddenly heard a voice telling her to find Dr. Jacobs, who could help her recover her memories. With the help of the doctor, Elena made a very significant decision in 2020 to publicly share her memories. In September 2020, while the COVID-19 pandemic was ravaging the world, a book quietly hit the shelves. The author of this book is Elena Danaan, born in 1970 in Marseille, France. She studied archaeology at the Louvre University during her university years and decided to work at the Karnak Temple in Egypt after graduation. She moved back to France in 2007 and taught archaeology at a local university. In other words, the author of this book is not an ordinary person, but a highly educated intellectual. At the beginning of the book, Elena states that she lived her life as a human being until something happened in 2018 that awakened some of her memories. She realized that she was not entirely human, at least not in her soul. With the help of hypnosis, she recovered all of her memories and even found extraterrestrial beings on Earth. She also learned about a plan that had been ongoing for thousands of years and published this book with the help of extraterrestrial beings. Let's go back in time to November 11th, 1979. This day was very special for me because it was the first time I saw a UFO. I remember I was getting ready to go to sleep. As usual, my grandmother told me a bedtime story before I fell asleep, but just as the story was about to end, we suddenly saw orange light outside the window. Curious, my grandmother and I stepped closer to the window and saw a huge disc-shaped flying object. As the UFO was not very high in the sky, not only my family but also nearby neighbors observed it. On November 11th, 1979, A passenger plane flying over Elena's house on its way to Spain witnessed an orange, glowing, circular object. This event caused quite a stir in Spain at the time and is likely the same UFO that Elena saw. Elena continues to say that when she saw this scene, she was very surprised. However, before she could finish being surprised, the UFO suddenly emitted even stronger light and rapidly changed colors. Then it disappeared shortly after. Originally, she thought this would be the end of her adventure, but she realized that her story was just beginning. As this was my first encounter with a UFO, I was extremely excited, and my mind was filled with thoughts about what beings from another world might look like. Would they be like fairies from a fairy tale? Suddenly, I noticed two strange beings standing in my room. I tried to scream, but no sound came out, and I couldn't move my body. Then my body began to levitate, and I entered a glowing tunnel. When I finally felt gravity again, I found myself lying on a cold, metallic table, surrounded by a group of strange creatures. These beings were short in height, but had large heads with almond-shaped black eyes, no ears or nose, and small holes where their nose should have been. They wore tight-fitting metallic suits that gleamed in the light. They seemed to be conducting a medical examination on me, and despite my attempts to resist, my body was completely immobilized. After what felt like an eternity, the examination ended and a taller being, who appeared to be in charge, approached me. He spoke in a language that sounded insect-like, and after issuing some kind of command, the other beings bound my wrists with a needle-like strap. According to Elena's account, when the needle tattooed her wrist, she felt tremendous pain. The creatures then pulled out several tubes from the strap and connected them to a nearby machine. Soon, Elena felt liquid surge through her wrist. Furthermore, something was implanted in her stomach which was emitting light. At the same time, a terrifying electric drill sound approached her head. Although she could not feel any pain, Elena was sure that something was implanted in her brain. Just when she thought it was her end, there was a loud explosion. The surgery room's door was blown open, and two helmeted figures rushed in, wielding laser guns that quickly subdued everything. They then picked up Elena and rushed towards the door. She could feel that the two figures were there to help her. They carried her into a blue tunnel and emerged in a bright room at the other end. Elena was placed on a table, and a blonde woman gently examined her wounds and gave her emergency treatment. The blonde woman then walked towards the two helmeted figures, who were taking off their helmets. Elena could see that they also had long white hair, but they were male. One of the men spoke a language she did not understand. The blonde woman walked back to Elena and gazed at her tenderly. Strangely, at the same time, a voice suddenly appeared in Elena's mind and said that a tracker was implanted in her head. If they did not remove it immediately, the people who implanted the tracker would locate them. Therefore, Elena had to endure it for now. After that sentence, Elena lost consciousness. When Elena regained consciousness, she felt a piercing light. Then a blonde man walked up to her and introduced himself in fluent French. "Hello, my name is Thor Han. Unfortunately, the surgery to remove the tracker failed. If we forcibly remove it, you may die, but please rest assured that we have deactivated it." While Elena was still in shock and thinking about the strange creatures that tried to harm her, Thor Han seemed to understand her thoughts and began explaining. Thor Han said, "The beings who abducted you earlier are Calypsi Rai. They are from the Amma star system in the Cygnus constellation and often travel through different dimensions. Lately, they have been abducting humans from Earth and experimenting with their genetics, but that's not why you were taken." Before Thor Han could finish his explanation, Elena interrupted him. "Wait, did you say they are aliens?" Thor Han calmly replied, "Yes, just like us." At first glance, you might think we look like Nordic people from Earth, but I am actually from the Errahel race in the star system of Pleiades. Elena stated in the book that when Thor Han claimed to be an alien, she didn't believe him at all, because he not only looked like a human, but also spoke French. How could he be an alien? Therefore, at that moment, Elena thought that Thor Han must be insane. Thinking about this, Elena wanted to escape immediately. However, just as she was about to leave, Thorhan suddenly spoke up and said, "We will send you back immediately, but you have to wait a bit longer because we are still above Earth." As Thorhan spoke, he gestured for Elena to look out the window, and an astonishing sight appeared. Elena saw a turquoise planet. Elena said, "Without a doubt, when I saw the Earth, I began to believe that Thorhan is an alien and that I was abducted by another type of alien. So I started asking him some questions. Can you tell me why you can speak French?" Thorhan replied, "I not only speak French, but also 24 other languages from different planets, and I can even use telepathy like this." At this point, Elena realized that when Thorhan was speaking, he didn't make any sound. Every word he said reverberates in Elena's mind. This also explains why sometimes Elena was just thinking, and Thorhan already knew what she was thinking. "Can you teach me?" Elena asked excitedly. Thorhan replied, "Actually, telepathy is not something you need to learn. All humans can do it. For example, when a person thinks of someone, that person might coincidentally receive a message. A human might think it's just a coincidence, but it's a response to the thoughts of the other person. In the future, if you need our help, you can use telepathy to call me." "In the future? Does that mean we will see each other again?" Elena asked. "Yes, I must assist you in completing your mission, because you are also a member of our team. And if you want to recover all your memories, you have to look back over 100 years to when you were still on the Errahel planet." About 100 years ago, a galactic organization known as the Galactic Federation issued an emergency call to all members to immediately attend a meeting. The branch was located in Orion. The Galactic Federation was formed by a group of ancient races who shared a passion for peace and justice. They had called an emergency meeting because their fleet had just been attacked by the forces of evil in the universe. It turned out that not long ago, the Federation had noticed a planet called Earth. This planet was rich in resources and had become a target for many evil forces in the universe who wanted to colonize it. To resolve the conflict, the Galactic Federation sent a fleet to coordinate. However, the two sides ignored the Galactic Federation's mediation, launching a war and destroying the ships sent by the Galactic Federation in the process. This led to the famous Tunguska explosion. This incident made the Galactic Federation realize the severity of Earth's problems. If they continued to sit idly by, Earth would likely become the next Mars. So, with the full cooperation of the Galactic Federation, a project called the Interstellar Seed was officially launched. The main goal of this project was to let the spirits of extraterrestrial beings come to Earth through reincarnation. As part of the Galactic Federation's mission, Earth's technological level, spiritual consciousness, and more would be enhanced, giving Earth increased power to manage its planet. Elena was one of the interstellar seeds participating in the project, and her true home planet was a star called Errahel. According to Thorhan's explanation, there is a planet called Errah located 440 light-years away from Earth. It is located in the Pleiades star cluster in the Taurus constellation, which is known as the Maya star system to us. It is the sun in our hearts, and we live on the second planet next to Maya. However, this was not the original planet where our ancestors lived because Errah was not suitable for life at that time. It was through the efforts of our ancestors that Errah became a warm planet. The reason why our ancestors traveled to such great lengths to move to Errah was not that it was an outstanding planet. Instead, it had nothing at all, which made it the right choice for us. This is a very poor star system, which means it does not have any rare mineral resources. Not having resources means it is very safe because in the universe, any star system with resources will become a battlefield, just like Terra. Terra refers to Earth, which was named by the Lannan people who had a very adventurous spirit and started exploring the universe a long time ago. They noticed that life had already appeared on Terra, and there were many apes on it. So, they began to conduct some genetic modifications on the apes, and soon the first batch of primitive humans appeared. As time progressed, more and more people noticed the existence of Terra, including the Anunnaki, who are a very evil race. According to Sumerian mythology, a long time ago, a group of gods called the Anunnaki came to Earth to mine for gold. To ensure the success of the mining project, the Anunnaki created humans. Archaeologists have discovered that the Sumerian civilization possessed many advanced technologies, including a precise depiction of the solar system over 6,000 years ago. However, on this accurate map, there appeared a non-existent 12th celestial body, which, according to Sumerian tablets, was the planet Nibiru, where the Anunnaki lived. Since then, many astronomers have been searching for Nibiru, hoping to find the Anunnaki. Unfortunately, according to Thoth Hermes Trismegistus, it is difficult for humans to find Nibiru in current space-time because it exists outside of our realm. According to Thorhan's words, the planet Nibiru exists in another parallel dimension parallel to Earth. About every 4,000 Earth years, the entrances to the two parallel worlds will be very close. At this time, the Anunnaki will come to Earth through the cross-dimensional passage in the Orion constellation. Their first appearance on Earth was about 450,000 years ago. At that time, they found that there were humans with type A blood and humans with type B blood on Earth, which were the creations of other races. However, unlike modern humans, people at that time could live for a very long time but could not breed with each other. Therefore, the human population remained relatively stable until the Anunnaki broke this balance. Due to the Anunnaki's need to quickly complete their mining mission and return to Nibiru before the interdimensional portal closed, they turned to the idea of enlisting the help of humans on Earth. However, with the small population of humans, the Anunnaki took matters into their own hands and created the first type of human with O-type blood, which included the D antigen. This antigen allowed females to not attack fetuses in the uterus during pregnancy. From that moment on, O-type humans could self-reproduce. The key point is that humans with O-type blood can not only self-reproduce, but also mate with humans with pre-existing A or B-type blood, eventually resulting in these individuals also having the D antigen in their bodies and being able to mate with each other. This may be why individuals with A or B-type blood cannot donate blood to each other, as they were not originally designed to merge. On the other hand, O-type blood is considered universal because it was designed to fuse with everyone. However, due to the Anunnaki's manipulation, humans lost their innate longevity and became slaves of the Anunnaki. The reason why the Anunnaki enslaved other beings is because their genes already contained reptilian blood. According to the theory of Thorhan, the Sumerians worshipped reptilian beings. According to the story, there was almost a war between the humans of Sirius and the reptilians of Orion a long time ago. To resolve the conflict, the male ruler of Sirius suggested marrying the reptilian queen of Orion. From their union, a new species was born, the Anunnaki. In ancient Sumerians, Anunnaki means gods of the earth, but it was a name given by the reptilians, who are cold-blooded creatures with a natural tendency towards aggression. Essentially, they are animals that resemble humans and lay eggs. It is said that they ensured humans would always be their slaves. Our genes lowered our consciousness and brought us to the lowest level possible. This caused humans to no longer unite and even compete with each other, while they reaped the benefits. The Anunnaki, though perceived as malevolent, is considered a relatively benevolent species when compared to another race, the true reptilians. In the next episode, we will continue to uncover the latest news from extraterrestrial sources. It turns out that the reptilians have not only come to Earth, but have also disguised themselves as humans to infiltrate Earth's society. There are even reports suggesting that some famous figures are reptilians in disguise. Could they not be humans? Or perhaps the question we should be asking is whether people are still truly human. This is because, according to the claims of Thorhan, there are currently over 100 different alien species on Earth. The upcoming videos will reveal more to everyone. This is Tech Talk Universe. See you next time.